What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So we actually just got our first injury update for the Packers ahead of their Week 5 matchup, Monday Night Football in Las Vegas versus the Raiders. The Packers were practicing today, and there won't be an official injury report release, but we still got to see who was out of practice, who came back to practice, and there's a lot of very, very important updates, so stay tuned. If you do happen to be a new viewer to this channel and you want more Packers news analysis and updates, go down and click that subscribe button. You'll find everything from injury reports, game analysis, and live streams right here on this channel. So again, today was a light practice, and we'll have a better idea of all these injuries tomorrow, and then of course the next couple days after that, learning what the injuries are for certain players and their designations in practice, and then at the end of the week their game status for Monday. But nonetheless, let's dive into the injury updates we have today. This tweet here stating Elgton Jenkins' knee returned to Tuesday's light practice. So this is massive news, obviously. After that Week 2 MCL injury to Elgton Jenkins, it's kind of seen as a 3 to 4 week injury. I kind of thought he'd be out for the Raiders game and they would just hold him through the bye week until Denver the week after that. But to see him limited in practice today is big news. I mean, we all know we don't want Royce Newman out there at left guard. So getting Elgton Jenkins back would be a massive boost to this offensive line, because not only does it remove Royce Newman, who's been the worst lineman on the Packers so far whenever he's out there, but it also brings back one of your better offensive linemen in Elgton Jenkins there at left guard, which could definitely help with the run game. That has been abysmal so far this year. The run blocking has been abysmal, and that's because they have no real continuity in the interior of the offensive line, and there's another injury to another guard that will go over here in a second. So again, just worsening that continuity on this offensive line. What was a strong point starting out the season now are without David Bakhtiari, Elgton Jenkins, injuries to other linemen that we'll get into here. So if Elgton Jenkins can at least come back in this Raiders game, that'll obviously boost this offense in terms of running, pass blocking, and all of this sort. So really good to see him limited in this practice today. Next on this list, Eric Stokes has returned to practice with his foot injury. This is his first practice since last November. So I posted a video yesterday basically stating since it's after Week 4, Eric Stokes is eligible to start practicing. Now, when the Packers activate him, that's a whole other story. Do I think he'll end up playing against the Raiders? Probably not. I would assume the Packers are going to hold him out until after the bye, and then maybe we'll see Eric Stokes return to action against the Broncos. But to see him start practicing today, the first practice after Week 4, that where he's eligible to practice in the first one, and he is, that's also a really good sign. And I kind of went over this a little bit yesterday in my video that Eric Stokes, although a lot of people thought he had a bad year last year, I thought he played pretty decently before that injury. And right now that Packers cornerback room is injured, and overall it's just struggling. So getting Eric Stokes back would be a huge boost to that cornerback room as well, and also offer them some more versatility with Rasul and, more importantly, Jaire. Also, we see Musgrave, Jaire Alexander, Christian Watson, and Aaron Jones are all practicing. So really good to also see Luke Musgrave here practicing after suffering a concussion Thursday night against the Lions. So it looks like he's nearing passing concussion protocol and likely will be ready to go against the Raiders. He's a very underrated piece of this offense. I feel like when they lost him to the concussion against the Lions, not that they were doing anything anyways, but I feel like it definitely constrained the type of offense they wanted to run without Luke Musgrave out there. So very important to get him back. Jaire Alexander, limited practice is really good. I thought he'd play against the Lions, but he was out for a second straight game with that back injury, so good to see him practicing here today. Christian Watson and Aaron Jones both again practicing today. We saw them in that Lions game, albeit not much because they were both on pitch counts, but I think it's finally time that the Packers are going to open up Aaron Jones and Christian Watson this Monday against the Raiders, which, we really didn't get to see that against the Lions. I mean, down 27-3 at half and really not running Aaron Jones at all, 5 carries the entire game, and I get it, he's on a pitch count, but if you're going to want to win a game, you're going to want to give the ball to your best players, and Aaron Jones is definitely the focal point of this offense, and I think he's going to have a really good game against Las Vegas, and we'll see how much action Christian Watson gets, hopefully more deep shots and that sort of thing to kind of open up that defense. Then finally, at the bottom of the tweet here, we see John Runyon, Rudy Ford, Devondre Campbell, and Zane Anderson did not participate. So Jon Runyan, I believe, suffered an injury in that Lions game. I think it was either a knee or ankle injury, and I believe he played through it. So definitely something to monitor, because I would hate to see Elgton Jenkins come back replacing Royce Newman, and only for Royce Newman to go to right guard because Jon Runyan can't play. It's just like you can't win with having Royce Newman out there, and your offensive line is going to struggle. So hopefully Jon Runyan is just taking a rest day and it's nothing too significant. We'll get a better idea of exactly what that is later on in the week. Same with Rudy Ford, not exactly sure what that injury was or is. He didn't seemingly get hurt in that Lions game. I thought he had a really good game, obviously opening game with an interception. And he's had 2 really good weeks, so that's going to be something to definitely monitor for the safety room, which has surprisingly been not that bad. Whereas, in the offseason, we're kind of worrying about the safety room. Rudy Ford started kind of rough, but had 2 really good games the last 2 games. Darnell Savage has kind of been up and down, but overall I think has been playing better. Then we see Devondre Campbell still out with the ankle injury, so still not practicing. They'll likely hold him out until after the bye, and then maybe we'll see Devondre Campbell back. And Zane Anderson with his hamstring injury. Kind of surprised the Packers didn't just place him on IR, considering I think this will be his 3rd week out, and he's already, again, not practicing to start this week. It's not like he's a pivotal player anyways, honestly. I'm not exactly sure how many snaps he's even gotten before the hamstring injury, so not a huge injury there. But Jon Runyan, Rudy Ford, Devondre Campbell are definitely big ones. Also, guys, I'm super excited to announce that I'll be partnering with BetUS, the leading online betting platform, for the rest of the NFL season. BetUS offers a wider range of sports betting and casino games. I'm super happy to partner with BetUS because they are very reliable, have great security, and awesome customer service. And I'm excited to announce, if you go sign up on BetUS with my link in the description, they offer you a 125% sign-up bonus. So if you deposit $100, you'll get back $125, and then you'll have $225 in your account to use however you want. This is an awesome deal that you should definitely take advantage of. All you have to do is click the link in the description. When this screen comes up, you simply click Bet Now and enter in all your details and go through the steps. Then once you sign up and get into the website, they have so many different sports to bet on, but obviously we're going to be looking at football and the Packers versus the Las Vegas Raiders here. Monday Night Football. As we see here, the Packers right now are actually favored. They are minus 130 on the money line, and I do think they're going to have a bounce back game after that horrible game against Detroit. I think they're definitely going to come back and get a win here in Vegas, Monday Night Football, so I'm definitely going to take the Packers here, minus 130. BetUS has a variety of betting options available, such as pregame, live betting, parlays, and prop bets. Personally, I like putting it together like a 4-leg parlay, and I'm definitely going to create one for this Packers-Raiders game. So guys, don't miss out on this great deal. Go down in the description and sign up for BetUS using my custom link, and you'll get a 125% deposit match, which again is just an awesome deal. So go down and click the link and join BetUS today. All right, guys, so that does it for the first injury update of the week, Week 5, Packers versus Raiders. Again, there'll be 3 more injury updates this week. This was kind of an unofficial injury update. There was no injury report released by the Packers, but again, we saw who did and didn't practice. We'll get a better idea tomorrow, and then, of course, Friday when the game statuses come out ahead of the game Monday. So stay tuned for those videos and those updates all here right on this channel. But that about does it for this one. I'll catch you all in the next one, and as always, go Packers.